How do we know reopening businesses won't result in faster spread or more cases of COVID-19? Listen, the fact of the matter is pretty much every scientific and medical report shows that whenever you have a reopening, whether you want to call it a reopening of business or just a reopening of society in the aftermath of something like this, that actually will lead to an increase in spreads. It's almost ipso facto. The more that you have people out there, the greater the possibility there is for transmission. And so the goal never has been to get transmission of COVID-19 down to zero. It never can be to keep transmission down to zero because there's always going to be, with a rapidly transmittable disease like this, there will always be a level of transmission. And even when you have an immunization come out, there will be a transmission rate for COVID-19. So everyone needs to understand that fact. And so the goal is to reopen using strategies that are proven strategies that can continue to contain the spread of COVID-19. These are strategies that have been proven effective in the state of Texas for the past month and a half. Remember, statewide, we had a stay-at-home policy for a month, and before that, some cities had it. But even though we had that policy, we had exceptions for essential services, and not just us, but other states did also. And that would be for things like grocery stores, hardware stores, gasoline stations, and the list goes on. And so we showed that when safe practices are used, and when grocery stores are open with a capacity of 25%, it was just my understanding from my discussions with HCB, for example, is that maybe the largest of their capacity they had open was 25%. In some jurisdictions, it was less than 25%. But you've seen these safe distancing strategies used by Home Depot or HEB or whatever the store is, that when we engage in safe distancing, when we engage in practices where people are wearing face masks, where we use best practices, we are able to open up in ways that control and constrain the spread of COVID-19. And this may come up in answer to a future question, but the main thing that we look for, and this is the primary number that I've seen doctors and epidemiologists use, is that what we want to see is a reduction in the percentage of people who test positive. If we can continue to achieve that, that means that we have COVID-19 under the control that we need. And that's what we're looking to achieve. It's simply not either scientifically or mathematically possible to get to zero in the transmission rate, whether it be for COVID, whether it be for the regular flu, whether it be for any type of infectious disease. So there's a question here that I'm going to